From friends to lovers,
to kisses and cuddles,
we are doing it
God's way.
This is Stronger Together, Closer to God. The second one is putting God first. Now, you'll hear culture tell you, make that sacrifice with your spouse. Your spouse should be the first priority. And it's understandably so. It's understandably why we would say that. Proverbs 3 verses 5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him and he will make your path straight. We have to put God first, not just for our marriage, but we have to put God first individually.
Mm-hmm.
I have to put God first individually. I have to put God first in my relationship. Yes, there's some things that I want to do, but God might say, nope, that's not going to work. Luz might say, because Luz will tell you, one of her things is she likes things to be done and be in control of things. And, God's working on her on that. And she's realizing there's some things that is out of my control.
Totally.
And God is reminding me that I have to trust him because he knows what he's doing. And so, this is where we have to really be, humble and open and lovely and just be able to let God be the lead. Let him drive the marriage.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you got two individuals. I remember, one of the pastors, saying, he said that, we have two individuals who's got a lot of baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them got a lot of baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And they both trying to steal with all their baggages in their hand, trying to drive this vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all can show me how two individuals, each one of them trying to hold on to their wheel, hold on to their bags and everything else, can get this going, I'm cool. And even if you put blindfolds on these individuals, it still won't work, But at the end of the day, we gotta go to God first. James 1:5 says, if any of you lack wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. What that means, in other words, is that if I'm going through, moments where her and I are not connecting, I gotta seek God. Lord, why are we not connecting? If it's a situation where I see my wife is struggling, but she's not letting me to help her, Lord God, what can I do in this midst of time right now? I want to be there to support her, but she's not letting me in. And God will speak to us. He might speak sometimes in a small voice. He sometimes speaks through music. Sometimes he might speak through a book you're reading. He might speak through a movie you're watching. God has a wonderful way of kind of connecting with us in our sleep, in our daydreaming, and be able to reveal to us what needs to be done in order for us to find the joy that God has always spoken to us about. Yeah. So, that's what I want to kind of emphasize to y'all. Like Colossians 3, chapter 3, verses 23-24 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. I'm not working it for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working it unto the Lord, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. When I am stepping in to help my wife out like that day and sitting there, putting my phone down, listening to my wife as she's sharing with me what's going on in her world, I'm not just doing it out of respect of her. I'm also doing it out of respect of the Lord. This is his daughter. His daughter has kind of shared with me something that she's going through, and she needs my support. I need to be able to listen to her as she vents, as she gets frustrated and kind of has to let that out, or she's sad, she's heartbroken because she doesn't know what to do next. Sometimes the answer might come in the midst after she has poured out all of that, and God kind of says, okay, You now have released it unto me. Now I can give you the answer that you need. But I have to be able to, like Colossians says, I have to do it with all my heart and do it towards the Lord. This is his daughter. God blessed me with his daughter. I am responsible for taking care of his daughter, just like I'm responsible for taking care of the church. She is responsible for me. She is my helpmate. She is the rib that was given. Take it from me and put in her. She is going to be there to make sure that I maintain the responsibilities of being the head of the church. In this case, the head of the household, in the case of the head of this relationship, so that she's my neck. She's making sure that I'm going in the right direction. And when I'm not, she's supporting me and guiding me in the right direction. And if she can't do it, listen what she said. She said, I go to Christ.
Mm-hmm.
That's putting God first. She could have said, I'm going to solve it. I got it. God, no. You stay over there. I got this, God. I got it. But the foundation of any strong marriage is keeping God first and allowing him to guide your steps. When you put God first in your marriage, it is a key to the lifetime of love and happiness. Anything you want to?
You just spoke so much truth there, because there was times, and I believe a lot of times that right there, just giving it over to God, because a lot of people are like, Lord, he was your son before he was my husband, so I'm going to give this situation over to you, instead of keep pouncing him with, or I hate use the word nagging, but keep nagging and saying, do this, do that. Did you do this? Nope. I'm going to give it to God. I'm like, God, you see the situation. Because a lot of times Loves and I see things totally different. Like my perception and his perception can be totally different. But is it really?
Mm-hmm.
It really isn't.
It really is.
I'm seeing the glass half full. You're seeing it half empty.
Right.
And a lot of times we're saying the same thing. It's just that we're saying it differently.
Yeah, because yesterday we were talking about a bill. I was on the phone talking to somebody just to get clarity and, make sure we have submitted everything we needed to submit it for this bill. And so I told the person, can you hold on for a second? I got to get my wife so I can make sure I'm clear in understanding what's happening, because I was told two different things. I could have assumed and went off of what the person said, went back to my wife. This is what the person said, da 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 da. No, God told me to go get my wife. And I repeated what she shared with me, and then she cleared it up for me, and she informed me, no, I didn't speak to anybody today, but I did speak to somebody on Monday. Okay, so now it makes sense why this person is saying today we have everything that we need. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing else that you need to send to us. But on that Monday, because I sent the stuff on a Friday, it makes sense that they were like, we can't access it.
Right.
So that clarity is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us say the same thing,
mm-hmm.
but when you center at God, you're going to make sure to step back from it. Even if we kind of go back and forth, there was a lesson I learned from another pastor, and it was one of those, 3. It's called 3. Basically, mm-hmm. if we go back and forth or something, mm-hmm. then I'm going to let it go. Even if it's not the right answer, because sometimes it's a clash of who's right,
mm-hmm.
So I might say one thing, she might say, no, that's not true, and then I'll go back. I'll give you a prime example. Just happened just a few minutes ago.
Not too long ago. I knew you were getting ready to go there.
We were joking and playing around, and all of a sudden we hear the cheep, cheep, cheep from the smoke detector. And so I was looking it up on my phone. Google. You didn't do well tonight. So Google said that, looking at other sources, that if you hear it chime 3 times, and I'm used to hearing it go cheep, cheep, not cheep, cheep, cheep. But if you hear it 3 times, that means it's time to replace. There's some malfunction happening with the smoke detector. My wife kept telling me, "Love, just put a new battery in." Now, when we were younger in our relationship, that might have caused.
That could have caused World War III up in this camp.
You know, I'm telling you what Google says. Google does not lie. You know?
So you know what we do now, and it's so cute. You owe me $1 too.
Yeah,
it's so cute. We pinky. Give me your pinky. We pinky. Like
pinky it up.
We bet.
Yep.
And it's like, okay. You know, but we squash it, we let it go.
Right.
And then when the truth is revealed, the other one, whoever loses have to give that $1 up.
So what ended up happening is I followed my wife's advice. I said, okay, I'm gonna go get a battery, put it up there, push it in, see if that's gonna cause any. If it still does cheap, then I know that's something that I might need to look into getting another smoke detector to put in. Long story short,
it's not beeping.
It's not beeping. So she was correct. Again, but by the 3rd time, I kind of realized for myself, I said, no, I know what's going to happen here. It's a trick of the enemy that he tries to do, and I'm not going to fall into that. So I'm going to follow what she has shared with me. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. If it does work, wonderful.
I was going to say, because I'm not always right either. And if it continued to chirp, then I would have been like, you're absolutely right. We need to get a new smoke detector. So
yeah. And I love what Mark said.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Smith. You know,
Mark and V Smith.
Mark and V Smith. They are coordinators of the Elevation Online Marriage Ministry. If you don't know anything about the marriage ministry happening at Elevation Online, Elevation Church, you need to check it out.
You're missing out.
You're missing out. But he says, sorry, I'm late, but God has his purpose in our marriages.
Yeah.
The quicker we find it, the quicker we'll find joy in marriage. Absolutely.
So true.
It is so true. We are in the midst of, like Loves was saying the other day, I can't believe where we are right now that we're not, what was the words you said, that we're not dealing with the turbulence or the challenges. Whenever challenges come, we're not running away or we're not fighting against each other, basically.
Oh yeah, no.
What we're doing is we're coming closer together. Those challenges are bringing us closer together.
Yeah, we don't have time. Like, the challenges that we've been hit with almost our entire marriage.
We've been hit with finances. We've been hit with
caregiving. Yeah,
parents, taking care of parents.
We don't have time. We don't have time to argue and fuss and fight over little small things. We don't have time to argue over anything.
Right.
We have to keep our slates clean, keep our mind clear. To go to the Father, to get guidance, to get wisdom. We don't have time to be arguing amongst each other. We gotta come closer together and like our ministry, stronger together and closer to God, so that we can get the work done that needs to be done. We don't have time for that.
Joining us on Stronger Together, Closer to God podcast. Please continue to join us weekly as we share godly wisdom and advice to you. If you have any prayer requests or would like to sign up for a free 30-minute consultation with us, drop us a line at s2c2gpodcast@gmail.com. And if you like what you're hearing, feel free to partner with us by clicking on the Partners tab on the website. The more you give, the more we can spread the word and help us to reach our vision of bringing 1 million married couples stronger together, closer to God. Feel free to check us out on our website at s2c2gministry.com. Until next time, peace and blessings to all of you.